What's up and welcome to another episode of Let's Be Opinionated. And this episode isn't really an opinion against anything. Rather, it's just going to be a one day something goes wrong. Look at it this way. So this episode is literally going to be called Look at It This Way. Now, I don't know what episode this is, so I'm just going to jump right into it. These days, we are so inclined to look at the bad rather than the good. We are so stressed out and worked up over little things. As humans, we let our minds sometimes take over that, and we decide that it's okay to just worry and stress and be worked up over whatever we can get worked up about. In my honest opinion, I have it. There we go, honest opinion, opinionated. I have a totally different outlook. When I was young, I was blessed enough to have a mentor from a young age. So earlier in an episode, I talked about toxic marriage and how it's destroying kids. Okay, well, I wasn't raised around the toxic marriage. I was raised with a single mother, sometimes raised by somebody who's not even my mother. And as a young kid, ages birth until I was about 8 years old, I had a friend, a really good best friend, who was significantly older than me, about 4 years. And this guy saw his opportunity and took it because he was just that kind of guy. He was a good guy. So from birth until 2008, I had a really good mentor. And I got to follow him and learn from him every day. I got to learn from his athleticism. I learned how to play sports. He taught me how to ride a bike. This guy taught me how to play basketball. Not very well, mind you, but still. He taught me how to ride a bike. Like, that's insane. I just mentioned that twice because that's so crazy. That's something your parents do for you. But he did that. He taught me how to ride a bike. He taught me how to drive in a go-kart. We had this go-kart, and he taught me how to drive at age 6. I learned how to drive. Taught me in a go-kart. There's so many things that I learned from this guy. My senior quote for my senior year is, I go right, you go left. That quote was quoted by my mentor. He pointed at, we were playing backyard football. And we were just chilling. And it was cold, rainy, and it wasn't a good day, but we were adventurous kids. We were hanging outside. He pointed to his left palm and said, I go right, you go left. It was a trick play. He was going to hand me off the ball, and I was going to run left. And he was going to run right with the ball because we played backyard football with 4 people, 2v2. I was always on his team, and it was always us versus the 2 other same exact people. And all of a sudden we decided this one play out of nowhere. I go right, you go left. He was going right, I was going left. Now, this quote is so sentimental to me because this is the one quote I directly remember from him. And that was kind of symbolic because he passed away. I went one way and he went another. And we're carrying on. And I use that quote to kind of say he's gone, I can keep going. But anyways, I went one way, he went another. I go right, you go left. I'm not dwelling on his passing. However, I'm accepting the mentorship he gave me throughout my life, and I'm still using it. 10 years later. He passed away almost 10 years next month. But I'm using that guy and the mentorship he gave me to keep going, and I'm not looking, because of him, I'm not looking at a half full glass of water thinking it's half empty. As I just said, it's half full. A half full glass of water, not a half empty glass of water. And that's a very commonly used quote or metaphor. As Americans, we tend to look at things in what's bad about it instead of what's good. So look at it this way. Every day is my favorite day of the week because the sun is shining and there's grass somewhere underneath my feet. That's quoted by the mentor that I've been following for the past 2 years. A man who has shown me my future in my career. He has shown me leadership. He's shown me how he's a successful person and just how to continue on the successful pathway. My new mentor, who's been here for the past 2 years with me, I went to his wedding, and I was in an honor guard for his wedding. And he showed me that no matter where you are, or if, pardon my language, shit hits the fan, you can get out of it. You can get out of it in any way possible. You can get out of the slums of anywhere. From a man who, quotes, he graduated high school with a 1.9 GPA, and now he's retired from the military, and he's a successful person with kids and a wife. It really goes to show that it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And this man has inspired me so much, and my family around me that I have now, after 16 years of trying to become in a good spot, I'm looking at that half full glass of water, being thankful that it's half full. I'm looking outside on a cloudy day, thinking, wow, at least the sun's still above those clouds. And I'm looking at a dirt patch thinking, wow, at least grass can still grow there. I'm not looking at it thinking, wow, no one cares about that, it's just dirt. Or wow, this day sucks, it's cloudy and rainy. Why does this stuff bring us down when we could be bringing ourselves above it? I'm overcome by the fact that we are destroying what we could have positive and making it negative, tearing ourselves down, bringing ourselves underneath those people who are doing the same thing. You know what I mean? We're becoming lower than the low. All of the people around us have low standards. Look around. If you live in a small town like me, if you look around, you see most of the people walking the hallways in school or university or wherever. Those people, most of them, don't have goals. They're living the quote-unquote new American dream because they don't care that they're in debt. They don't care at all that they're not moving forward. They're going through the motions. Last year, at June 21st, I decided to enlist in the United States Navy and get into the delayed entry program. And as soon as I entered the delayed entry program, I felt accomplished and I accomplished the goal. But I soon realized that my goal was way too low. When I enlisted, I went, wow, I didn't think I'd get this far. And I hadn't even gotten in the military yet. I just enlisted into the delayed program. Like, I'm enlisted, but I'm not a part of the military yet. I leave June 21st, 2018, exactly 365 days after I enlisted. But I still have a lot to learn before I go, and I leave in 65 days. It's insane. It's surreal. But I am not looking at the 65 days going, wow, there's 65 days left. I'm thinking, wow, there's still 65 days left? I'm going to utilize these 65 days to create these episodes on Let's Be Opinionated and to hopefully impact people's lives. Maybe it's one person, two people, whoever it is. But I'm using these 65 days as an outlet. The 65 days is a lot of days. Some people don't even have 65 days left of their life, man. And I have years left in my life. Years. And I'm sitting here enjoying it, utilizing it to its max potential. And most people, they're not at all. Most people are distraught with their lives. They're becoming lazy. They're depressed because they're not going nowhere. But they're not doing anything about it. You gotta keep moving forward. I'm making these podcasts for my own enjoyment. I'm not walking around school listening to people make fun of me for wearing a fanny pack. I wear that fanny pack because it's useful. I'm not driving a crappy car and worrying about it because people don't like it. Like, I got 4 wheels and I can go to school. I got 4 wheels and I can go to JROTC every day. I got 4 wheels and I can go visit my girlfriend all the way 40 minutes away from my house whenever I could possibly want to, because I'm blessed enough to have enough fuel and to have 4 wheels to get there. I'm not like, wow, my gas tank's at a quarter tank. I'm like, I got a quarter tank. That's enough to get to where I need to be, enjoy the time while I'm there, and get back. I'm not stressing and dwelling on the little things. And it's making my life so much better. And I'm so much happier and content with what I do because of it. There becomes a point in life where you pile on stress, you pile on your feelings and emotions, and you pile all this into a big old heap of what they call depression or anxiety or whatever you want to call it. And it's not worth it. You got to take some of these things with a grain of salt. Visit your home roots. That's what matters most, and that's what keeps you going, man. If you have that little piece of home that you can visit. In fact, I'm just doing this yesterday. I have letters. My team has a tradition. My cross-country team, before it ended, had a tradition that every year you would write letters, one to the team and one to the seniors. And the seniors would write one to everybody. I have almost all of those letters. Yesterday, I read them aloud. And I visited memories. I almost teared up a little bit to them because they were absolutely amazing. They are so informative, and they show me what I had and what I still have today. I'm not worried about not having some of those friends I had then. I'm glad I had those friends then. It's the little things like that. I'm not waking up in the morning worried about when I'm going back to bed, because I will go back to bed. And if I don't, then hopefully I lived a good life. One of these days I'm not going to wake back up. Maybe it's tomorrow, maybe it's in a week from now, but it's not right now, because right now I'm living. And if you are living slow and bored, you're not living fast and fun. Learn to be a little bit of an adrenaline junk and have fun. Speed a little bit in the car when you're driving to work. Go 5 over once in a while. You know what I mean? It's the little things. So think of it this way. Are you going to complain about that half-empty glass of water, or are you going to think, wow, it's half full? Blessed to have it. Let's drink it. Be hydrated. Are you going to say, wow, I have an Xbox One and not a PlayStation? Or are you just going to be, wow, this is a first world country, and I am blessed enough to be able to play a video game, whether it's on a computer, a PlayStation, an Xbox, a GameCube, whatever it is. You're lucky you have that. When I was little, we had a PS1, but I couldn't touch it. We had Guitar Hero. That was mine. I loved that game. Today, where I'm at now, is a lot different than where I was 10 years ago. It's a lot different than where I was 3 years ago. Maybe one day I'll record my testimony. Maybe I'll record and tell my story. But for now, I'm going to keep it like this. Look at it this way. As human creatures, we're not perfect. Human beings, we're never going to be perfect. We were created to be perfect, and they say that we're perfect in our own perspective ways, but we're not perfect. Matter of fact, we're so far away from being perfect, it ain't even funny. But none of us know that. Not a single one of us realize that. And that's the beauty of ignorance is bliss. So look at it this way. Drink your half-full glass of water. Stand on the green grass outside. Look at the sun in the sky. And say every day is my favorite day of the week. Because I'm still here. One day, maybe you mess up. Maybe you mess up so bad, you become the newest incarcerated inmate in a federal prison, and you're going to be locked up for 15 years because you made a mistake and you didn't think about it. Don't go to prison, sit there and dwell on that. Be rehabilitated from your mistakes and go out on your yard time, whether it's 1 hour a day or 3 times a day. Look up in the sky and say, wow, today is my favorite day of the week. Because you will never, ever get to take back what already happened. Forget about the incarcerated thing. You're a normal person. You get in a car wreck. You're not going to be able to take that car wreck back. So get over it. Learn from it. Move past it. These little things in life are weighing you down unless you let them go. Maybe you're in debt. Invest. Get out of debt. If you invest, you're saying you're losing money to pay off your debt. Well, you're not going to pay it all off anyways with that money. Be smart. Life is so short. Life is not going to wait up for you. Life's going to keep moving at the same pace, at the same rate. So it's up to you how you live it. I wish you the best of luck with that. But look at this. Look at it this way. Live fast. Live fun. And make every day your favorite day of the week. Maybe this was a pep talk. Maybe this was just me blabbing on. Whatever it was to you. If you got something out of it, I'm glad. Don't let everything go to your head. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Something we'll be opinionated about. Peace.